Mirko, Piranan, Gustavo.
Well, I think 80.
Right? You just less it. So 260 minus
Yeah,
80 divided by
minus
4 minus
180.
4 minus 3,
4 minus 3 on
80. How about the second one? At which number of workers does diminishing marginal product begins? You understand the question or should I repeat it? At which number of workers does diminishing marginal product begins? What is diminishing marginal product? That if you employ a new worker, it is contributing less from the previous one. If it contributing more, that is not diminishing marginal return or margin product. So answer this. For this one, you need to calculate all the marginal product till 5. Piranan, you understand?
Yes, sir. I'm doing.
Okay.
Five.
Mirko,
Yes, I agree with Piranan. 5.
Gustavo, did you calculate that?
Yes, also 5.
Well done. Right? So diminishing marginal property is that the new worker, if added, he should and he must contribute less than before. Otherwise, this is not the property of diminishing marginal return. Then we talk about the behavior of the cost. So if we classify the cost based on behavior, then it is variable and fixed. And what we talk about the fixed cost? Fixed cost is that vary with the level of output. For example, that do not vary with the level of output. Whether you make 1 unit, 2 unit, 1 million units, rent of the factory remain the same, cost of the plant remain the same. So that's why it's a fixed cost. Variable costs will do vary with the level of output. If you produce more output, more cost would be needed. So workers' wages, right? If more products are going to be made, more workers are needed, more cost as a wages in going in salaries of or wages of the workers. Material cost, more units you need to produce, more raw material cost needed. And then we talked about the Helen's Cookie Factory's table here, and then we realized and we made the marginal product here, the cost of the factory, cost of workers, the total cost. And then we develop the, and then we find out also there is a shortcut to find out this variable cost and fixed cost if we are not given. So we see the total cost and the output. If output is 0 and we still have in total cost, it means it is because of fixed cost, because fixed cost formula is because total cost formula is fixed cost plus variable cost, right? So when output is 0, variable cost would be 0, and this 30 is your fixed cost. So that's why this is a trick, and also to find out the fixed cost without, if we are not given the variable cost and fixed cost. So let's just move forward. So if you understand the concept of fixed cost, please answer this. Fixed cost can be defined as cost that, I think we already did that, vary in production with production. Oh, sorry, not vary. This is variable cost. Sorry, my bad. So that is variable cost, not fixed cost. Variable cost varies with level of output. No. So fixed costs are incurred even nothing is produced. I think we didn't do that. Okay, my bad. I apologize. I thought maybe we did that in our last lecture. So we didn't. So again, let me revise that one. That is, fixed cost can be defined as a cost that vary inversely with the production. No. What do we mean by inversely? If cost increase, if output increase, cost decrease. No. Cost remain fixed. Vary with the proportion with the production, cost increase with output increase. That is the definition of variable cost, not fixed cost. C, are incurred only when production is large enough? No, even nothing is produced, even then we have our fixed cost. So D is right. How about this practical concept? Suppose Jan started up a small lemonade business stand last month. Variable cost for Jane lemonade stand now include the cost of. So what we are looking here, variable cost. Please find out. Gustavo,
I think it's D.
Yes. Mm,
building the lemonade stand is a variable cost.
no, I don't think so.
So D cannot be the answer, right? It means we have to choose one of them. So it's like
Also,
we sell more lemonade, so we build more stand. It's not like we make one laminate, we build a small stand. Two laminates, we increase the size of laminate stand. So A cannot be the A cannot be the answer. How about hiring an artist to design a logo for her sign? So if we sell more, so we have to pay more to the artist. For example, Pepsi logo is ever printed on the Pepsi, bottle. So every time Pepsi sells, they pay to the artist who designed that. So all these two are fixed cost. Laminate mix is a variable cost. Understand, Gustavo?
Yes.
Sir,
Here,
I
yeah,
have a question.
sure.
I understand that a building for the lemonade stand is the fixed cost by itself. But how hiring an artist to design a logo is not a variable cost, because I see in some case studies, some of the artists is increasing their demand for cost, that the payment that they need to be paid.
But that is for one time, not every time,
Oh, okay.
right? They are increasing their cost to make the logo, and that logo is going to be used for the rest of the life of the company. So artists will receive money only one time. Whether you sell that product with his logo or not, it's up to you. So it is irrelevant with the output, right? Okay, here we go. And then we talked about the formulas. Formulas are total cost is equal to total fixed cost, total variable cost. And then we talked about the average cost. Average cost, total cost divided by the quantity. If we are talking about the average fixed cost divided by quantity. Average variable cost is variable cost divided by the quantity. Average total cost divided by the total cost divided by the quantity. We can also find out the average total cost by adding average fixed cost, average variable cost, right? Here we go. So how we come up with these averages? So we are given the fixed cost, we are giving the variable cost. How we come up with these values? Fixed cost divided by output. So 3 coming from, 3 is coming from fixed cost, 3 divided by output 1. Fixed cost is 3 divided by output 2. Where this 0.38 coming from? 3 divided by 8. How about the variable cost? Average variable cost. Average variable cost is coming from where this, for example, this 0.6 is coming from variable cost divided by output. So there are 2 ways to find out average total cost. You add average fixed cost plus average variable cost. This is, so 3.3 coming from 3 plus 0.3, right? So
Sorry.
yeah,
So just a question. Why I need to calculate the average fixed cost?
well done. Why I need to calculate the average fixed cost? I think this answer, I'm not going to answer right now. I'm going to answer this after we are going to have our first participative activity, individual participative activity. So just hold on. Very nice question, but a little bit more advanced level. More, we will be covering that after coming slides. So don't just worry about that. We will be answering that one. So I noted that I will answer over there. Marginal cost. We ended our discussion on marginal cost. So let's just start from here. Marginal cost. We talked about that marginal mean additional one. So what is the additional cost of producing 1 unit? This is marginal cost. We talked about that. If you still confused regarding the marginal cost, remember that one. How much does this cost to produce an additional or 1 unit of output, right? So what is the formula? Formula is total change in total cost divided by change in quantity, right? Here we go. So there's a class activity. So before class activity, let me explain that where this marginal cost is coming from. So marginal cost formula is change in total cost divided by change in quantity, right? So where is total cost? This total cost? No, this is average total cost. We don't need that. Average variable cost? We don't need that. Average fixed cost? We don't need that. Variable, fixed, no. Total cost. So change in total cost divided by change in quantity.